Unit 1, okay, according with this activity. So first, always, I just, when I get just with this link, it
Yes,
conduct
Freddy,
directly
that,
to the
because
menu.
Freddy,
Yes, teacher?
go back again. Go to the activity.
Okay.
Go to the activity 1. Please read the line that it says, this lesson closed on Sunday 18 August 2019. So you
Yes,
had a limit of time.
teacher. Yes, I can join it.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now, I don't know if everybody's here. Let me see something. Let me see something. I'm going to show you something here again from the course because I don't know what happens. Okay. Wait a moment. Good evening to everybody.
Good evening, teacher.
Okay. I'm going to tell you before starting the class or the topic of the class, I'm going to tell you a couple of things about the activities. First of all, you have to pay attention to this. Always you have to follow the schedule that I sent you and that it is here and that I showed you the first day of the class. That it is in here in the first unit, in the first part, it's not in the first unit, it's in the first part. So it is this one. Remember those activities that are here. So the activities that are here, let me see. How can I move this? The activities that are here in this one are the activities that are evaluated. For that reason, it has a high score and a percentage. For the unit number 1, it is supposed that you have to do 3 activities. Pay attention to this because I don't know if I was not clear the first day that we talked. I'm going to open the other thing. You go to unit number 1. And let's do unit number 1. Here, and the learning guide. I suppose that everybody read this. I suppose. Right? So it has the components of the unit number 1, and also it has the activities. Activity 1, 2, and 3, and the deadline. The last day that you could present it. Right? Let's read. Here we find the instructions of each one of the activities. The step-by-step procedure and the protocol. Pay attention to this one, the unit number 1. Let's read it together. It says, before reading the chapter for this unit, participate in the forum by answering the question. First participation, right? That's the first instruction. You answer this question. Then it says, after reading and having worked on the mind map, go back to the main question of this forum and answer the question. State the reason why you change your mind or stick to your first thought. Second participation, right? So it is, this is 2 of the biggest participations. However, in this one, it says answer critically to 2 of your classmates. So you have to go to the forum, read the forum, and answer. Unfortunately, when I checked this, I found that you didn't do completely the activity. And I wrote it on the post. So if you check the grades, you are going to find that some of you have a not very good grade because one of the two reasons, because you didn't do this part, answer to two of your classmates, or you didn't do this part, right? So please read the instructions. And it says, and here we have the deadline. 3 moments. First post, the second thing, and the last deadline. Second activity, lesson 1.2, August 18. I found that some people didn't do this activity. So you have a 0 because there is no time. The time was August 18. Please read the instructions. Read the study guide. Everything is there. If it is something that you don't understand, let me know. Second unit, we discussed about this. Second unit. Here aprendizaje. I don't know why it is in Spanish. Maybe it was a mistake. Here, 3 activities again. Deadline, September the 1st. When is September the 1st?
Sunday, the next Sunday.
The next Sunday.
Coming Sunday. Not the next one, this coming one. The coming Sunday. So it means that everybody must have done the 3 activities and upload the activities. How do you know if you completed the activities? You go, please go, do the exercise. Go to your grades and check your grades. So far, you must have 3 grades from the first unit. And if you have completed the 3 lessons, 3 grades from the second unit, right? Do you have it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Please, don't waste your time. I mean, I told you, you have time to do the activities, try to do it 1 or 2 times. You have many times to do it, but please do it. Because if you don't do it, I cannot do anything. Okay? The deadline is there. Yeah? There are some activities. For example, the lesson, I think that all the lessons, but this lesson about syntax and this lesson about morphemes, it has a part that I have to check. If you have completed, some of you, I think that 2 of you have completed this one, and I already checked the activities and your grade is there. So you can see the points, you can enter and see the points and see the feedback if it is there, right? Any questions so far?
No, teacher, at the moment.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Please take advantage of your time, okay? I sent you, I don't know if you read it, an announcement here explaining the grades of the photo. And I told you, I'm going to read it with you. I have already explained how the photo worked. So if you wrote the initial post, the first post, it has a maximum of 15 points. Yes, I am evaluating certain things. Okay, for some of you, I marked some mistakes, right? Some of you I didn't, but the final post, the final one, it is the second one, the biggest one, maximum 15 points. And pay attention to this, the comment to other, 10 points. It is supposed that you have to comment to 4. I mean, with this one, 6 times in total, but most of you only did it 4 times. Okay, valid. I'm going to accept this. But if you didn't participate on these comments, you lost 20 points. You see? You lost 20 points. If you didn't do this final post, you lost 15 points. Right? Most of you did this one. So you have the 15 points for sure. Only one person didn't do it. But most of you did it. Okay? So this is a flexible class, but please try to work on your own rhythm, but work, please. Okay? Okay. Questions about the grades so far? Everybody has the grades? At least the 3 ones? Gerson says yes, Natalia says yes, but I don't know the rest.
Yes, teacher.
Karen says
Yes,
yes,
teacher.
Freddy says yes. Okay. Lauren says yes. Right, good. Be sure that you have the other 3 before Sunday. Don't wait till Sunday, please. Don't wait till Sunday. Okay? Next week I'm going to check and I'm going to give you, you are going to have the final grade for that part. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to start now the class. We're going to start the class now. So I would like to know if you remember what we studied last class. What did we do last class?
Okay, teacher, according with the last explanation, was fricative, clever, how about different sounds with characters, like a pronunciation of thing, different exercises, according to this, they, that, different fricative, clever or fricative sounds, the glottal too, according to chess.
Okay, what else?
Yes, we have learned about consonants, how we can describe them according to the manner, place, and voicing. 3
Yes.
characteristics that each consonant has. So if they are plosive, fricative, affricate,
Yeah.
affricates, and yes, other that are nasals, and yeah,
I know.
that's basically what we did.
Right. Okay, so we can describe those like those phonemes, right? Vowels and consonants, because we studied vowels the first class and consonants the second one, the last one. That means that we are able also to recognize some things, other things. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to look for here this exercise. So I'm going to show you here, just to remember this one. So according to the description and to the pronunciation, we are going to try, or you're going to try to find out what is the correct transcription of each one of these words. According to the pronunciation, try to remember the pronunciation, right? So we have the words here in English, and we have the words here in the transcription, the phonetic transcription. So for example, the first one, what do you think the correct transcription is? The first or the second?
The second,
How do you pronounce it?
sad.
And what happened if you have to pronounce it with the first one?
Maybe separate in 2 syllables. Sad.
No, it is not 2 syllables. It's only one. What is the
Okay.
difference?
Maybe the 2 points, or maybe because it's separate, maybe the sounds are
What does the
not
2
only
points?
one sound.
What does the colon, because it is not 2 points, it's colon. What does the colon mean?
That is a long sound.
It's a long sound. So Karen, how do you pronounce this one?
Sad.
With the with the colon, sorry.
Will be sad. I don't know.
Yes.
And it is not the correct pronunciation, right? Sad. Actually, remember, the position of this vowel is back, right? It is not as this one that it is front, but this one is back, so it is sad. And that's not the correct pronunciation. So the second one, how do you pronounce it? As the first one or as the second?
The second.
The
That's the
second.
first one. Stood.
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 Okay. So the pronunciation is this one, the second one, the first one, sorry.
First one.
Yeah, that's the correct one. Yes, very good. So I'm going to mark here, I'm going to mark here. Very good. So this one, number 3.
First one.
Cry or cray?
Cry.
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 Cry, very easy.
Right.
This one, sing or sing?
Sing.
Sing.
First one.
Long or
First one.
short?
Short.
Yes,
Short.
Short.
very good, sir. Short. This one, good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. Second.
Second.
Second. This one, how do you read this one?
Cat.
Cat.
And this?
Caught.
Hot.
Caught.
So what is the correct pronunciation?
The
The second.
Second.
The second. This one.
Nice.
Nice.
The first one.
The first
First.
one. This one.
Toy.
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 Toy. So here. Now this one. Okay, this is British. So it is a little complicated.
Fair.
Fair.
First one.
Bird.
First one. Pay attention. The R is not here. Fair. Okay? This is the fair play. Right? Not fair, but fair.
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 Fair. I just accept that they do a diphthong here. Fair. Fair. Right? This is British. This one. Strong.
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 And
Strong.
Second.
Right, very good. Pay attention to something important. The S is strong. Strong, no S. No S strong, strong.
Strong.
This one.
Wild.
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 Second. Wild.
Wild.
Very good. I can listen Gerson over there, very, very far, I think. This one.
Cheese.
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 First or second?
Second.
Second.
Second. How do you know? Okay, I mean, how do you call this sound? The first sound.
Chess. Chess sound.
Yeah, but how do you call it? What is the characteristic?
Affricate is palatal. I don't know.
Yes, it's affricate. It's alveopalatal actually. It's alveopalatal, but it is affricate.
Replicate.
Affricate. Yes, I confused a little bit. Okay, now pay attention to this. I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see.
Teacher, can I question?
Sorry?
Can I doing a question? doing question.
Ask a question.
Ask. Okay. Thanks, teacher. What is the difference between the pronunciation between son and son? Son, my baby, and son today.
The star, you mean? Yeah, the star?
Mm,
This?
son, yes, teacher, yes. The star.
Okay. The pronunciation, the difference is the vowel. This vowel, sun.
Son.
This is a mid vowel, sun. But this one, ouch, is it's the same. Let me see. It's the same. It's an homophone.
Ah, okay.
They are homophones.
Thanks, teacher.
It usually happens when there are some words that you pronounce it the same, but they mean different, like this one. 2 and 2, remember? This and this one. 2 and 2. Those are homophones. Okay.
Thanks, teacher.
Right. Okay, so let's go back to this one. Okay, here, can you see?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Pay attention to this. When you find this thing over here, that I don't know if you can see that I am marking, it is the stress. Esta es la sílaba acentuada. This mark the stress, okay? So for example, the text starts saying the weather today will be warm, right? Yes, is it clear for you?
Nice.
Yes.
Maybe.
The weather today will be warm.
Oh.
The time of, I don't understand this. I'm faint on the hill. I don't understand this one. Sorry, but I cannot read very well. The copy.
Will be.
No.
Ear, yeah,
Sorry?
as in ear,
Of
kind of ear, and faint, fine on the
the whole.
the whole, yes,
The whole.
whole,
Whole.
There will be
Will be.
shows here and there though. Right? Let's read. Let me show you what it says here. It says exactly this one. The weather today, the weather, because it says it's British, today will be warm for the time of year. Ah, okay. Esta se supone que es una J. Okay. A ver, ya viene eso. I'm fine on the whole. Right? So the idea is that with the knowledge that we have now, recognizing these phonemes, we can read, at least let me show you something that another one that could be more clear. This one, for example. We can read or recognize at least some words or phonemes, right? Can you recognize some of the words that are here?
The.
Do you remember how do you pronounce this?
J.
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 Right.
Gentleman.
Pronunciation.
J.
Pronunciation.
The
The gentleman.
German.
The German.
The German. Remember
German.
this one? German.
German.
What is this word?
Education.
H. A.
Education.
Education.
Yes, because you are.
Education.
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 Education. Can you see that there is not a vowel?
No.
This is what we call elision. An elision is when you
Delicious.
omit
Delicious.
a vowel. Okay? So it says the German education.
System.
Yes.
Isn't.
Isn't.
Education.
Consent.
Concern.
Consent.
Remember this is
Concern. Concern.
concern.
Concern.
With.
With.
Correct.
Correct.
Correcti.
Character.
Correct.
Character.
Character.
Character. Yes.
Character.
Character.
Or character if you want. Character. This
Building.
Building.
Building. Or
Installing.
installing.
installing. Here.
Moral.
Favor. Remember, as it is British, la R se omite. But if you want to, at the end. But if you want to put it, you can put it, okay? Favor. Let's read.
Favor.
Could you please read it?
The German education system is concerned.
Concept with character, building, sporting, knowledge, moral, favor.
Okay. Let's read this one again. Could you please read this?
The
German education.
Pay attention. Leamos todos los fonemas.
Education.
System.
Miren la Z.
Isn't. Concern.
With.
Character.
Building.
Building. Building.
Or.
Installing.
Moral.
Moral. Favor.
Difficult?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. Let's read the second. We are going just to read the second just to practice, and then I leave you in peace. So we are going to talk about another thing. So read.
Instead.
The
M.
is the
This is two.
the
Okay.
Two. loud,
Loud.
loud,
You.
you,
You, not you. You.
you, with,
With.
with
qualification,
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 Which.
Which.
which
We.
will,
Will.
will,
This is just one word.
And
Earn.
earn,
earn,
you
you
respect
respect
and
and
Information.
then
in
Promotion.
in
the
the
Promotion.
promotion in the
yeah,
make it
Make it.
Okay.
make
please.
place
Place.
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 place,
Place.
place.
How do you pronounce this one?
market.
make it,
Make it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Mark.
No me lean letras que no están. Esta es una A larga y hacia atrás.
Market.
Market.
market,
Market.
place.
Okay. 2 minutes to write this sentence in English. This is in phonetics. Now write it in English. Ready? Just this sentence. Ready?
Teacher, after wish, the word wish,
This?
how could you pronounce, could pronounce that? Earn?
Earn.
Earn, okay. Earn. Will.
Ready? Ready? Finish? Let's see. I'm going to show you the answer, okay? And you are going to compare if your guesses were correct or not. So it is
The aim is to not create qualifications will players expect in promotion the marketplace.
complicated?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Okay. As for the last exercise that you are going to have in this class, you are going to use or you are going to need a transcription. So you have to transcribe a text. The idea is not that you spend hours and hours and hours doing this because it is going to be useless. Okay? So what we are going to do is to look for a phonetic transcriptor online. Yeah? So you can use a phonetic transcriptor, could be this one. The idea is that you can recognize if you want British or American, you can choose. Yeah? This is a transcriptor. So let's do the exercise. We are going to, I don't know if I can paste this thing. I cannot paste this. So I'm going to paste something, I don't know, maybe from here. Let's copy this and let's try. You put it in here and you show transcription. You press show transcription. It's in here. You see? About the first theorem, the study guide explained that you have to do at least 2 posts. Yep.
Yes.
The idea with the exercise is not that you memorize how to transcribe everything, but at least that you can recognize the sounds and you can read this. Okay? Because what I want you to do is to get closer to the pronunciation of each one of the sounds in a more accurate way. I'm not going to say correctly because it is not going to happen immediately, but at least in a more accurate way, right? So you can do the transcription like this. Yep, but you have to train yourselves in order to read this. This is the first thing that you have to do. Okay? Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, questions so far? Questions?
So in the previous exercise, teacher, I saw that and, I mean the word that joins two clauses, I don't know if I can say that, is like, it was like a short, like a schwa and end.
Which one? Sorry?
And. For example, Maria and Pedro.
Okay, let's write it here. Like this?
But this, yes, but in the previous exercise just was a schwa and then n.
Okay. It depends. It depends not only on the pronunciation, on the way that pronounce or on the variety, but also on the word that it is next to it, right? Let's change it. I don't know. Okay, let me see. I think that is going to be static usually, so it's going to be more or less the same transcription, right? But pay attention to something important. Those words that are like that we call in this case content words. The content words are the verbs, the adjectives, the adverbs, the nouns. Those are content words in opposition to the function words, that the function words are the prepositions, the determiners, the I forgot, the modal verbs. Those function words, the function words can vary in the pronunciation because they are very weak, right? So words like of, or like the, or like on, or like and, these are function words, right? Even about, remember that about you can write it about. So the pronunciation can be replaced in these ones with the schwa sometimes, okay? Because those are very, very weak. And in a normal sentence, you are not going to pronounce completely, right? Yep. So it depends on that thing also. Remember, these are function words. And the nouns, the verbs, the adverbs, and the adjectives are content words. Those are two things that are important. Okay? Yeah? Okay. That has to do more with phonology because it depends on how you pronounce it in the context, right? When you are actually doing the speech. Right, guys. So, any other question? Sure? Because we have to enter now to the other topic that is morphology, right? We cannot go deeper on the phonetics and phonology, but because we have to analyze also the morphology. But I am sure that you have studied also some aspects about the morphology, right? On the lessons. What did you learn about the morphology? What did you learn? What did you learn? What is morphology in first place?
Teacher, maybe is when the grammar gives the rules in a sentence, when a language is composed of arbitrary signs, maybe is the context into some expression like a sentence, phrase, or complete idea.
No, no, Freddy. In this case, I'm going to tell you that you are not even close. Morphology. What does morphology do?
Teacher, maybe as the characteristic word or the construction, internal construction in the brain about the characteristics words.
So what is the main thing that we have to analyze in morphology according to what Ignalda said?
The morphemes.
Yes, but she says something, the words, right? The words. Yes? So pay attention to this. Morphology is a branch of grammar which study the structure of words. So it is words that we are going to study here. Yeah? Remember that in phonetics we studied the sounds of the words and how the sounds construct words, but just phonetically. I mean, just as the way they sound. But in morphology, we have to analyze the structure of words. Yep. In this study, then, we have something similar to the phoneme, because the phoneme is the representation of the sound. In this case, we have the morpheme. The morpheme as the minimal unit of grammatical function that is central concern of morphology. It is the minimal unit, a morpheme. And I'm going to give you examples of morpheme in a second. Because a word and a morpheme is not the same. Okay? A
Yes, teacher.
morpheme and a word is not the same. A morpheme is part of a word. Right? A word can be a morpheme, but a morpheme is not necessarily a word. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, okay, right. So if it is the minimal unit of meaning, it means that it is composed by letters. The teacher restructured the final exam. And pay attention to the word restructure. This is a word. But how many morphemes do you think it has?
3.
3.
3.
3. Yes. Very good. Re, that means again. Structure, that's the minimal unit of meaning. It has a meaning. And oh my God, I don't know if it is evident, if it is clear. I cannot see. Okay. Sorry. And ed. These 3 are morphemes. Okay, that form this word. Clear. I mean, it was also in the lesson. So we have a classification here. Remember the 3 morphemes. Could you please give me an example of 3 morphemes?
Mm,
Have a unit.
And
Unit and. Okay.
form.
For example, table. Is table a 3 morpheme?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Right? Telephone. Is telephone a 3 morpheme?
No,
Not.
teacher.
No. There are 2
The
morphemes.
morpheme.
There are 2 morphemes. Very good. So a 3 morpheme is a morpheme that can have, that is the minimal part, okay, and cannot divide it into other parts. Cannot divide it. So it's a structure like go, work, and alone, in isolation, it has a meaning, right? You can use it in a sentence, right? But we have the vowel morphemes, remember? These vowel morphemes, in a position, they need a free morpheme to exist, right? Those are the vowel morphemes. If the vowel morphemes doesn't have a free morpheme, they cannot exist. Yeah. So those are the morphemes. You studied this, so that's why I am going faster, because it is in the lesson. How to analyze the morphemes later. Right. Okay. So the vowel morphemes are classified also into prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes at the beginning, suffixes at the end of a word.
The end.
Yeah. Example: ungrateful, insufficient, childish.
Color.
Right. These are prefixes, and this is a suffix. Let's see. Goodness, another suffix. right? So you have the suffixes and the prefixes, and those are bound morphemes in this case. Right. So here, example, his unhappiness is contagious. So let's analyze. He is taking rubbish. He's talking, sorry, rubbish. Stop listening to his disruptive comments. Oh goodness, he has unraveled the mystery. The essay is illegible. She finds it stressful kept traveling. And sorry, here. In the first one, the word unhappiness, we can understand that there is a bound morpheme here, a bound morpheme here, and this is the morpheme, right? Or the root, in this case, steam. In the second one, what words have bound morphemes?
Rubbish.
Talking,
Talk.
talking, listening.
No, in this, the second one, here, this one. In the second one, which words have bound morpheme?
Listening.
Listening,
Disruptive.
Comments.
disruptive, very good, and comments, right? Because we have disrupt and if, and comment and as,
Yes.
right? In this one,
Goodness.
Goodness.
yes,
Goodness.
Unraveled.
Unraveled.
unraveled, any other?
No.
No.
Mystery.
Yes, there is another one.
Could be mystery.
Mystery?
Mystery, right. A mystery.
No. Don't make
No.
up. No. Imagine. What is the root of this word?
Have.
Have.
Have. Mm-hmm.
Have.
The S. The S
Yes,
is
exactly.
bound.
The thing is that the transformation is severe, okay? However, you can say that this one is a bound morpheme. Yes. Right? Okay. This one, that I say is eligible.
Legible.
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 Eligible. She finds it stressful to keep traveling.
Fine.
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 Stressful.
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 Traveling.
Traveling.
Traveling. Very good. So you can identify them, right?
Yes.
Yes, very easy. Okay. So a free morpheme or the free morpheme in the word is called the stem or the root. Whatever of those. Usually they are called the stem, la raíz, right? So we have lexical morphemes and we have functional morphemes, right? Remember that I told you that these are functional words, the prepositions, the adverbs, the preposition, the adverbs, and the conjunctions, the determiners. Those are functional words, and those are free morphemes. The, and, on, in, when, those are into. Those are free morphemes. You cannot combine it, or you don't need a bound morpheme. You don't use a bound morpheme to form other words. Yeah? And the lexical ones have to do with nouns or adjectives, right? Or could be verbs also, or adverbs. Right. So the first phenomena, you read about the derivation? What is derivation?
Maybe a branch.
We have two things that happens with the words. When you add a free morpheme, when you put a bound morpheme and a free morpheme together, there are two things that happens, right? First, derivation, and second, inflection. It could happen whatever of those two things when you add a free morpheme and a bound morpheme. Right? Do you understand it? Yeah, so for example, here we have a free morpheme. The example is here. The free morpheme is possible. And the bound morpheme is im. So we have impossible. Or here,
Impossible.
we have here possible, that it is the same, but it has a transformation here, m and it, right? What happens when you write possible and then impossible? What happens?
They are, they are,
Change of the meaning.
Impossible.
Change the meaning?
yes. One is negative and the other is positive. I don't know.
Exactly. So it changes the meaning. The meaning changes, right? Because one is going to be negative now. Now, what happens if you add it? Impossibility. Impossible and impossibility. What is the difference?
It's an adverb. Maybe
It is not an adverb.
emphasizes.
Freddy, you are close. You are very close, but it is not an adverb. Impossible is?
Yeah, it's a.
What kind of word?
Maybe,
Now,
no, adjective.
An adjective. Yes.
Describes the verb.
No, describe a noun.
a noun.
Okay, a noun.
A noun. And what is impossibility?
An adverb.
No,
No.
no.
Other,
A
other
noun.
possibility.
Impossibility is a noun. Es un sustantivo. Right? Por eso yo en español puedo hablar de la imposibilidad de hacer algo. Se vuelve un sustantivo. Right? The impossibility. But if something is impossible, I am describing that with impossible. So pay attention. The derivational changes the meaning in some aspects. So it changes from positive to negative with some affixes, or it can change the syntactical category. Okay, it can change from a noun to an adjective, or from an adjective to a verb, or from a verb to a noun, right? So it can change. So that's why it is called derivational. It derives to other words, to other meaning, or to other categories, right? Inflectional, on the other side, it is not going to change the category, okay? And it is not going to change the meaning. It is going to change the grammatical information. So pay attention to here. It says gender, so it could be male and female, number, singular or plural, person, it could be first or second person, case, so it has to do with the case has to do with aspect of the word, but it is I don't remember. Okay, let's see. We are going to see some examples of this one. The degree and the verb form. The verb form could be past, could be ing, or could be with third person, right? It says they are not used to change the grammatical category of the word. What it happens in here, in the derivation. So pay attention to me about something. In English, there is not, okay, the conjugation, as you call it, doesn't happen in the same way that in Spanish. That's why it is not called conjugation. It is called inflection. So what happens to a verb is that the verb is inflected. Okay? There is an inflection in the verb. Yeah? No, it is not similar to the Spanish. So do you understand the difference between derivation and inflection?
Yes, teacher.
Sure? Okay, well, you have to show me that you understand in the exercise. Here, we have some inflectional examples, right? So some inflections in the case of the nouns, for example, it happens with the number. So S or ES, book, books, watch, watches. The possessive is another inflection. The possessive S, the cat's tail or child's toe. This is another inflection. It doesn't change the word. The verbs in third person, rains, rides, sloshes. The past tense, ed, paint, painted. The perfect aspect, that is the past participle, that is the same in the case of regulars, all the ing form, right? This happens with the verbs, and this is inflection. In the case of the adjectives, the comparatives and superlatives. But I'm going to ask you a question. If you pay attention here with the verbs and with the adjectives, there are only regular. What do you think happens? What happens with the irregular? Is there an inflection in the irregular?
No, teacher. Because it changed the words or letters.
The meaning.
It changed the meaning,
letters.
person?
No, not the meaning,
Yeah.
but the writing
form of word.
The
or
form
characteristic
of
of
the word. Yes.
the word. Yes.
Then the conclusion is, my dear students, that yes, there is an inflection. There is an inflection. Because the word doesn't change the meaning, only the aspect of the word. For example, irregular nouns, plural, man and men. In the meaning, what is the change?
Plural.
Just the plural, just the number. So it is in here, inflection, right? Another one, tooth, and teeth.
Yo, Yolandita, ¿qué ha habido? ¿Qué más? Aló.
Who is that?
Ah, ya. Yo dije,
So
¿será que el
nice.
teléfono siguió
Calling.
dañado?
Magda. Right. Yes, I think that she closes the microphone now. Yes. Okay, right. Yes, is it clear? It happens also in the irregular. So it's the same happens with the verbs. Okay? So if you have, for example, a verb in present that it is irregular, catch, and the past caught is an inflection of catch. It's an irregular inflection, but it is an inflection. Yep. Or, for example, in the comparatives, good and better.
Better.
Better is the inflection of good. Okay? That's inflection. Yeah? Is it clear?
Child and children.
Less and words.
Child and children are inflection.
Child and children is an inflection. Person and people is inflection too. Yes.
Okay.
Freddy, what was your question?
Teacher, according to less and words.
Those are inflections.
Okay.
Less from little and worse
Yes.
from but. But those are inflection. Remember, the category doesn't change. The category doesn't change. This one, this category, the word class, noun, verbs, adjectives, right? Just an aspect of a word. That's an inflection. In the others, it happens. Okay, here, pay attention to this. It is something that we are going to practice because we have to analyze this in a certain way. So we have here untouchables. Un is a derivational prefix. A derivational because it means no. It changes the meaning, right? What is touch? Touch.
Tocar.
Yeah. No
A verb.
translation.
Ah,
It's a verb.
It's a verb,
It's a verb.
yes.
sorry.
It's a verb, yes, but it's the stem
Team.
or the root,
Roots.
right? What is able?
That is allow.
Fix.
Is
Yes,
allow.
but it's a suffix, but it is derivational or inflectional.
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 Inflectional doesn't change the meaning or the category. Inflectional, yes, inflectional doesn't change the meaning of the category. Derivational changes. Is it derivational or inflectional?
Derivational.
Derivational, because able change the meaning and the category of the word. And the S,
Inflectional.
Reflectional.
because it's a plural. Yes? You see? Is it
Yes.
clear?
Sí.
Okay.
Basically, teacher derivational is or are prefixes and suffixes. No more, yes? According to derivational?
Yeah, suffixes, prefixes, but inflectional are suffixes too. Pay attention that this S is a suffix
Okay.
because it's something that you add at the end of the word, right?
Okay.
At the end of
It's
a
complicating to difference or maybe the particularly to compare both topics are the prefixes and suffixes when we are describing derivational. Yes, derivational.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, let me give you another example. I am thinking about an example. Okay. Right. This one. So the first thing that we have to do when we analyze a word is to find the root or the stem. What is the stem in here?
Positive.
Possible.
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 This one, right? Okay, I'm going to change the color. So it is supposed that this one is the stem. Okay, I'm not good at writing with this, but I'm going to try. This is the stem, right? So now what happened with this one?
A derivational prefix.
It is a
Yes.
derivational
Prefix.
prefix.
Prefix. Yes.
Ouch, very awful. And what happened with this?
It's a noun or
What is this? A suffix. Very good. It's a suffix. Derivational or inflectional?
Derivational.
Inflectional.
No, it's derivation.
Derivational.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a derivational suffix. Yeah? Okay. Another example. Give me another example of a complex word, not a simple word.
Unfriendly.
Sorry?
Unfriendly.
Unfriendly.
And I don't know who else talks. Someone else give us an example. Another one?
Unsuccessful.
Methodology.
Unsuccessful.
Methodology.
Clara, I don't understand you.
Yeah, unsuccessful.
This one?
Yeah. Yes, teacher.
I'm going to add something else.
Oh,
Unsuccessfully. Let me see if it is correct. There is no in Spanish. I'm so stupid. Unsuccessfully. Yes, it works.
yeah.
Right. Okay, guys, analyze them. Thank you for the examples. Let's do the analysis. What happened with friendly? What is the root?
Friend.
Friend. No friend, friend.
Friend.
Friend. What happens with on?
Derivational.
Derivational. Very good. This is a derivational. And what happened with Lee? What kind of word is this one? I mean, what kind of suffix is this?
Suffix.
And derivational also.
Derivational also?
Yes.
Yes, because the category changes. Now, pay attention to something important. Friend. What category is the word friend? What is the category of friend?
It's a noun.
It's a
noun.
noun.
Okay.
Very good. A noun. And what happens if I add this one?
Adjective.
No.
No.
Adverb.
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 Friendly.
I'm going to try to do this like this. Another. So pay attention to this. There is a rule that says, and what happened to this? On. This is for the nouns too. Okay. So it goes to here. There is a rule that says that the last one determines the kind of word it is. So originally, friend is a noun, but with Lee, it becomes into an adverb, right? So unfriendly is an adverb because of the rule, because of the suffixes that there are. Right. Let's do the other example. What is the root? What is the stem?
Success.
Success. Very good. Right? If we say that success, we have to analyze success. What kind of word is success? A noun, an adjective, an adverb, a verb.
A noun.
No. No.
Noun. Very good. What is the next suffix in here?
Adverb.
What is the next one? Show me the next one. What is the next one?
Full. Full.
Full.
Is full. Full.
Full. We'll change. Full is the next one. So if we say successful so far, what kind of word is this?
Adjective.
Adjective.
So it's an Adjective. Oh, I'm going to try to write here. Adjective. So it means that the noun that is here becomes an adjective. But now we add li. Oh, sorry. I know what
Control plus C.
No, it didn't work. But I'm going to change it here, right? Don't worry about that. So it is the yellow one, the yellow one, and here I'm going to use another color. It's going to be the green one. So li, what is li?
Adverb.
An adverb. So it means that now this one is going to become an adverb. Okay? Oh, sorry. Adverb. Right. Good. Okay, wait a second. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Sure?
No.
No, what is not
Have to
clear?
practice.
Yeah, you have to practice. Right, of course you have to practice. Can we do another example? Give me another couple of words. But let's read.
Phenomenology.
Okay. Interesting word. But I like complicating things, you know? So you say
Yes.
phenomenological.
Oh,
Phenomenological. Easy, right?
Yes.
So 2 minutes to analyze it. Ay.
So complicated.
Just try, and we check
Yes.
if it is wrong or not. Is everything okay? Is everything okay?
I think so.
Difficult?
Mm,
Kind of difficult,
so,
teacher.
But
according to logical.
Logical?
Yeah, because maybe it divided by 2 words.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean phenomena and a part logical, but
phenomenon
yes,
has the meaning of the word.
because the noun is phenomenon.
Yes, that's the root.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
And logical?
Logical describes the noun.
It changes the noun, so it is a derivation of. But in this case,
Okay.
as you said,
That is the point.
yes, this is the way, right? Because logical is another word.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a suffix, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's another word, so it is a compound word. However, this is the stem, and this is a word that it is going to be the derivation of the word. Yeah. So that's the difficulty in this case. But there is not any other, right? Okay,
What
let's
about
see.
the word? What about the word categorizations?
This one.
N in S, categorizations.
Sorry.
Yes, that word, but N in S, categorizations.
Plural. Yeah.
Plural,
Sorry.
categorizations.
Ah, with S, plural.
Yes, plural.
Sorry. Is that I couldn't listen to you very well sometimes. But okay. Okay. So what happens with this word, Gerson? Explain us.
Okay, we have the word okay, the root could be or the same category.
Category.
Yes,
Here. This is the root. Yeah.
yes.
Let's write the root in this one. Right. And then
What about categorize? Category,
categorize. Categorize.
categorize.
So you have the second one.
Yes, and what about Asian? Is another one, categorization.
It's another one.
Another one, and the S plus, yes.
The S is just a plural. Right. So as this is an aspectual suffix, we can leave it apart. What kind of word is this one? I mean, what category of the word? Noun, verb, adverb, adjective?
Noun.
It's a noun.
Yeah.
Right? It's a noun. It's a noun that it is derived from what? From a verb or from an adjective? Or from a noun?
From a noun.
Nope. Pay attention to this. Remember to something. This is the root, right? This.
Category, yes.
Category.
Okay.
What kind of word is this one?
Noun.
A noun. Very good. So,
Categorize as a verb.
we say categorize as a verb. So when we have here category, categorize derives from a noun. Yeah?
Yes.
Let me do this one. Yeah, is it clear? Category, categorize. Categorize derive, the verb categorize derive from a noun. Now, shun is a noun again. Right? Mire que aquí vemos la derivación. Por eso se llama derivación. ¿Ven? Aquí se ve claramente. Al final el verbo, o más bien el sustantivo noun, categorization, el sustantivo se deriva de un verbo, del verbo categorize, que a su vez se deriva de un sustantivo, que es category. ¿Sí ven por qué se llama category? Sí, porque se llama derivación. Las palabras se derivan de otra. Noun from a verb from a noun. Yeah? Is it clear? And
Yes.
this one
Is the easy one.
yes. But it is a derivation or an inflection?
Inflection.
An inflection, that it is plural. Por eso no la coloco en esta ramita. Porque simplemente es una inflexión. Right? La inflexión es que surge, digamos, es la misma categoría, simplemente que se inflexiona. Se vuelve de otro aspecto. You see? Better or not better?
Better.
Okay. Another example?
Teacher, responsibility.
Ok, vamos a pluralizarlo. Responsibilities. Right? Okay, let's analyze the word. What is the root?
Responsible.
Responsive.
Responsible. Is
Responsible,
right?
or responsive?
If we say response.
Response.
Yes.
But is response something related to this? Yes.
No, that is abilities. Yes.
Abilities. Ability. Till here.
Ability. Yes. Ability.
And the other one? S.
Yes.
Okay. S. Inflectional or derivational?
Inflectional.
Inflectional. It's just the plural. Abilities. Sorry. Inflectional or derivational?
Derivational.
Here it is something like able, and it is. It is something
Yes.
different.
Able to.
Yeah, because we have here, for example, if we say respond, responsible, responsibility. No, you're right. This is only one. This is another derivation. Yes. This is another derivation. This is a derivation for an adjective. And this one is a derivation for a noun. Iti. Yes. So the root is over here. So this is el root. Response. Right. Yes. Toca tener mucho cuidado con esto porque no se puede confundir. Right. Como yo me confundo siempre. Right. Responsible, it is, and s. Right? Good. So here, responsible is what kind of word? What is the category?
An adjective.
Very good. It's an adjective. And when we talk about the derivation et, what kind of word is this?
Noun.
A noun. Yes. So responsibility is a noun that it is derived from an adjective. Yep.
Okay.
Clear? Okay. Is it clear so far? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Because you have to do this in one of the final activities. Okay, that I'm going to open on Monday. For the final task, you have to analyze the words in this way. Also, okay, let's continue with this. This is not that long. Here. Okay. So most inflectional morphemes are suffixes. Irregular forms do exist. So we talk about this. So there are irregular suffixes, inflections. So man, man, right? Curriculum, curriculum, curricula, corpus, corpora. These words have a different inflection because they come from the Latin. Yeah. So, for example, another example is syllabus, syllabi, right? Or the word, let me show you, focus, cuando focus es un sustantivo, and the plural is foci, right? So they are irregular because they are from the Latin. But this is an inflection in this case. This one is an inflection because that represents the plural of the word. So when it happens, an inflection happens, right? Okay, this is the genitive case. It expresses possession, it expresses origin, it expresses a description, it expresses a period, or it expresses that an action is receiving, or someone is receiving the action of, in this case, the man's application, for example. So it is the genitive case. However, the main point here, because we are talking about morphology, is that this genitive doesn't change the category. It just changed the intention of a word. So it means that it is an inflection. Okay? And here, the personal of a hierarchy. It's not important for me. This one is not important for me. I don't know. These are examples of irregular plural in some cases. Right? So in the cases, the red is marking the inflection of the plural. These are regular, these are regular, these are regular, but 4 and 5 are irregular. Ox, oxen, goose, geese, tooth, teeth, werewolf, werewolves. Right? Those are the irregular inflections to mark the plural. But this is the inflection in this case, not an S. Right? Type of irregular inflections. You are going to have this slide so you can check this at home. So here we have the irregular verbs, right? Some irregular verbs. And regular and irregular inflection, and this is another exercise that we are now going to do today. Okay, I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information, although I have given a lot of information so far. So far Do you have questions, doubts, something that you need to check again? Nothing? No. Good. Very good, Gerson.
Yes.
Okay. Any other? Right. Natalia, everything is clear? Natalia. Yes, yes? Okay, good. Karen, Leonardo,
Yes. Teacher.
everything is
Yes.
clear? Okay. Okay, guys. So we are going to stop the class here. Voy a repetir muy brevemente y en español lo que dije al principio para que lo tengan muy en cuenta. Recuerden, hay una cosa muy importante en el curso y es que ustedes tienen que estar muy pendientes de las fechas de presentación de las actividades. Si se pasan de la fecha, no pueden presentar las actividades. Las actividades de la unidad 2 vencen ¿cuándo?
El primero de
Domingo.
septiembre.
¿Es cuándo?
Domingo.
Domingo.
¿Qué pasó?
Este domingo. La que queda
Primero de
viernes y sábado y el domingo para hacerlas. Pero tienen que asegurarse de que estén hechas. Pilas con algo importante en las lecciones. Si ustedes entran a una lección y no la terminan, la lección no se califica o se califica por mitad. Ustedes tienen que terminar la lección. Ustedes pueden entrar varias veces, lo que quiere decir que pueden estudiar un ratico acá, otro ratico allá, pero después tienen que entrar una última vez y hacerla toda de largo para que la calificación quede allí. ¿Ok? Hay algunas actividades que me toca calificarlas a mí. Ustedes les toca escribir, ¿se han visto? Hay unas actividades
Sí.
que les toca escribir varias cosas. Esas las califico yo. Entonces no se preocupen, su nota al principio va a ser bajita. Por ejemplo, creo que Clara fue una de las que ya terminó. La primera nota era 2.1. Pero cuando yo le revisé, ya la nota subió. ¿Ok? Porque yo le doy los otros puntos que faltan. Eso pasa en una o dos lecciones de los que tienen. Asegúrense de que las lecciones tengan el puntaje. Asegúrense de eso. Si no tienen puntaje, tienen que volverla a hacer. Y si sigue insistiendo en no tener puntaje, me avisan. Porque ahí yo paso a ayudarles. ¿Ok? Pero me avisan con tiempo. Los fines de semana para mí son complicados. No estoy muy pendiente del computador, pero trataré. ¿Ok? Another thing. Chequeen sus notas siempre. Hasta el momento, si terminaron ya las actividades de la unidad 2, deben tener 6 notas. Si hay alguno de los espacios que está vacío, eso quiere decir que muy probablemente tienen un 0, que no lo he puesto. Si no hicieron las actividades de la unidad 1, porque ya no hay más chance. Hay que recuperar con la unidad 2 y la unidad 3, right? The unit number 3 that is going to start next class, it has to do with the project, right? So there is a project that is in groups, so you can work together and elaborate that work all together. But I'm going to open that next week. So you are going to have more or less 3 weeks to develop the project and to develop the final activity that there is that kind of evaluation, right? So that's all the final evaluation. So you have 3 weeks, and next week I'm going to open, and then you're going to. Okay. But Nalda, you have to send it to me as well, okay? Because Jorge doesn't send anything, I mean, unless that it is urgent. Okay, and what else? Nothing. Next week, we are going to cover a little bit about syntax, and we are going to analyze something that we need to use in the project about syntax. So as you have studied the lesson about syntax, we are going to start from that. Yes, I don't want to start from scratch because starting from scratch is very complicated. So we are going to start from there. Yeah. Please try to study the lesson. The lesson is for study. Okay. Thank you very much for attending the class. See you
Okay,
next week.
teacher.
I don't know
Okay.
any other. The last chance for questions. No questions. Okay. Good night.
Good
Thank you,
night.
teacher.
Have good dreams.
You too.
Thanks, teacher.
Okay,
Okay.
don't dream about morphology, please, or phonetics.
Okay.
Right? Goodbye.
Okay, teacher. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Leonardo, please do the activities.
Yes, teacher. I have been working very hard in the night,
At
principally
night.
at night.